So I have y'all's friend here with me.
Y'all, what you mean y'all's friend?
You got friends? You have folks out there looking out for you? Anyway, we're discussing how I have determined, because, me, I have determined that we don't necessarily love each other more, that we are trauma bonded. We are, whatever that is. I don't know the textbook definition. I just know the trauma in me loves the trauma in him. And I know this, or I feel I know this, because I looked up the definition of love, and all the definitions of love still don't tell you what love is. And so that leads me to believe, with the basic knowledge and research that I have done, that love is undefinable. And so we define our own definition. And so since we're defining our own definition of love, it can look like whatever we decide. And we have decided that our love looks the way that our love looks. But if we can look back, you think I'm crazy?
I don't know what you're saying.
I'm talking something. I'm going to play it back for you. But what I'm saying is, if we look back at how we have loved each other, and we have videos upon videos of demonstrating how we have loved each other in the past, has been us saying some pretty mean things to each other. And yes, it's coming from a joyful, playful place. Ha ha. But if it wasn't in that context, and we could just take those words out of that context and move it over to another scenario, we are down to fight. Some of us kill behind someone saying the words that we have said each other, but we love each other. And so I just think we really need to explore what love truly means, because what we have experienced, or what we have settled on, is love, may not be love at all. And can you imagine that there's a deeper love, a greater love than we've already experienced out there?
Mm-hmm.
Like, y'all, those of you who are in love, there ain't nobody else on this earth for me but this man right here. Just on period. And so, since I love this man to the degree that I love him, there's no other man for me. Bars. But there's no other man for me besides him. And even with that, I have treated him the way that I treat him.
If I die right now, you gonna get somebody else. You gonna marry again.
I'm somebody else for sure. I am not going to go to my grave without, and I'm definitely gonna go find some young to definitely. But I'm not gonna remarry unless for some unforeseen reason I gotta put my booty back on duty. Lord Jesus, Marjorie Harvey, I get it. Lord willing, I ain't gotta put my booty back on duty. And I'm not, no shade, I understand. And she did it to the most expert perfection. And she found a man that loves her more than she loves him. And she forced him, it says it in his book, she forced him to rise to her level in order to be with her. He picked up the phone for another girl in front of her, and by the time he got off the phone, Marjorie was already at the door. And she said, break the cell phone and let me know it's real. And he broke the cell phone. And we see they still together today. And of course, that's a celebrity couple, and we don't know the true dynamic of the relationship. But what I'm saying is the storyline. You know what I'm saying? Steve Harvey rose to the level necessary to be with the woman that he was willing to submit for. And it's only because he loves her more than she loves him. But Marjorie is all the woman that he needs, because she's rewarding him with her greatness. Because you will be great for me, I will now be great for you. And now they're both growing together, and they're both raising each other, and they're both loving each other, and they're both being their most powerful self. That's when you found a soulmate. So what I'm saying is, lost my train of thought again. Oh yeah, the point I was making was we gotta figure out what love truly is, and there could really be a level of love that we haven't even touched the surface of yet. But it's possible if we could really figure out the definition of what it is. And it has to be talking to each other nicer and stop putting our hands on each other. I think it starts there. I think so.
I ain't never put my hands on you.
I'm not talking about you.
No.
I'm talking to them. And beating on our kids. Not our kids, but kids. But I was in the garage and I was going through your little boot camp foot situation. Foot locker, that's what it's called. I have the word association. Anyway, I was going through your foot locker and it made me think about when we moved here and I cleaned out your foot locker and I threw away half your stuff. And when you told me that it bothered you that I did that, I justified it by saying it was your old things anyway and you're with me and why are you carrying stuff from blah blah blah. But irregardless of your reason for carrying that stuff and how I justified it, I had no right to throw away your memories, throw away your history, and to disregard your feelings. So when I sit here and I get mad at you, this is a self-reflection moment. When I sit here and I get mad at you for not disclosing your feelings to me openly, I shut you down. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even know I was doing that. And you probably didn't even recognize I was doing that.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
See, you're so used to the abuse that you didn't even recognize that that's what I was doing. I didn't either until I woke up and I realized, why am I treating someone that I love? And then, okay, you may not remember that, but when I cut up your Martin Luther King picture and use it as the backer of my picture, and then when you said something about it, I laughed about it. That did something to you. I didn't take your feelings seriously. And
That was terrible.
Yeah, and you don't have to admit the depths of your feelings on camera, but what I'm saying is that was wrong of me, and I didn't even see it. And those are the things that I do to a person I say that I love. And we do stuff like that all the time, irregardless of our motivation. We do things like that to the people we say we love. And I really think if that's what love looks like, I don't want it. I don't. And so I just want to apologize to you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
And I think that we owe a lot of our children, our spouses, our families, ourselves, our friends, and just people in general. We owe them apologies. Because if we say we love someone, we wouldn't treat them the way that we do. I'm done.